Christmas may be over, folks, but there is still time for miracles. And one of those happened just the other day at the AmericaFest conservative event that was put on by Turning Points USA, where serial campaign loser Kari Lake announced that she was not going to run for public office, most likely ever again. Which, of course, means there's a good chance that Kari Lake never runs for public office ever again for eternity. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that we're rid of her. No. She is going to be taking over Voice of America in Donald Trump's administration, so she will be the minister of propaganda, if you will. But here is what Lake said at AmericaFest. I am going to help President Trump in Washington, D.C. That's what I'm going to do. We're not where we need to be on elections, and that's one of the reasons I don't want to run again. To be honest, why put yourself through that torture again? Thankfully, President Trump's victory, it was too big to rig. President Trump's victory in Arizona. You mean the same state where you were running for Senate and Republicans rejected you, voted for Gallego, but Trump still won the state, right? That wasn't rigged. You legitimately lost that. And we did have a lot of ticket switchers, right? They voted Republican president, Democrat for the Senate, because not that they hate Republicans, they just hated you, right? They don't like you, Kari. And I think maybe you're starting to catch on to that. You know, you spent 2 years in litigation getting rejected by court after court after court. You got sanctioned. Your lawyers got sanctioned. You didn't even bring on election lawyers. One of them was like a divorce lawyer. The other was an employment lawyer because you couldn't even find real people willing to take your idiotic case. The courts just smacked you around over and over again, as I discussed for the last 2 years. And then when you lost the Senate seat, now you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do this because the elections are screwy. No, elections are not screwy. You just suck as a candidate and, let's be honest, as a human being. Nobody wanted you. They didn't want you to be their representative, either as the governor or in the Senate. They rejected you repeatedly. That's what happened. And yeah, I can imagine you don't want to go through that torture again. But it's not because elections are bad. It's because you, as a candidate, are bad. But as I mentioned, she's going to be running Voice of America under Donald Trump's new administration. Voice of America is, they run nationally a little bit, but they are mostly an international outlet. You know, the United States puts together these news reports and they send them out to other countries. And with Kari Lake in charge of it during Trump's administration, it's going to be talking about how awesome his tariffs are, how amazing the mass deportation is. It's not going to talk about things like the rising prices and the labor shortage here in the United States or any of the other hell that Trump unleashes in this country. It's going to be full-blown propaganda, and Kari Lake's going to be in charge of that for possibly 4 years. But then after that, what happens, right? She says she's not going to run for office again. I think we need to hold her to that. So where does Kari Lake go? My guess is Fox News. And if Fox News won't take her, then Newsmax. And if Newsmax rejects her as well, then probably One America. So there's always a landing spot for Kari Lake. It's just not, of course, where she wanted to be, because the voters repeatedly rejected her. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.